So the UFC just dropped some huge fight news. We dropped a few fights. Obviously, as you can see in front of the screen right now, the UFC 318 main event has just been revealed. And we also dropped some news about UFC Azerbaijan and UFC Atlanta, the main event and the co-main for that fight. Let's just go over UFC 318 first. Well, our suspicions have been true. Max Holloway will be defending his BMF title against Dustin Poirier in Louisiana, in New Orleans, which is, honestly, this is a good fight. Obviously, people were thinking maybe this fight would happen. I didn't see Dustin really fighting Gaethje. He did say he didn't want to fight him, but apparently he did. And he also wanted to fight Ilya, but I guess the UFC wanted him to fight Max Holloway, and honestly, I think that makes sense. And I think him not fighting Ilya means that Ilya will be fighting for the title. And I think they're going to reveal in UFC 317 when that is finalized that Ilya will be fighting for the title. I think that's what the UFC wants, and that's what Dana wants. I think Ilya's going to get the shot, and I think he deserves it. I think he deserves the title shot. I said this multiple times. He has definitely done what he has in the division to warrant at least a jump up and fight for a different title. And I would actually love to see that fight between Ilya versus Islam. But, branching from that point, Max Holloway versus Dustin Poirier, this is a good fight. This is a really good fight. These are two different versions now. The last time they fought was in 2019 or 2018. I think it was 2019, yeah. It was a long time ago. And these are two different versions now. You're seeing Dustin Poirier. He is a lot older. He's, I think, 36 years old now. And he's on his way out. This is his last fight. And we got Max Holloway, who's coming off a loss to Ilya Topuria, his first KO loss. But he had a very good performance against Justin Gaethje, and he looks like he is a very different fighter at lightweight. He looks a lot better at lightweight. I think he's less drained. He has more energy. He has more power at lightweight. He's a lot faster at lightweight, too. Like, you can definitely see a difference in how he's fighting Justin Gaethje compared to Ilya. And I think this is a good fight. I said that already, but if I were to go over my predictions, I mean, here's the thing. A lot of people will be probably going with Poirier because he did beat Max twice already. And I totally get that. I just think that in this fight, it is a completely different Poirier, and it is a completely different Max Holloway. I think the Max Holloway we have right now is way better than he was at featherweight. Or at least he was way better in the Dustin Poirier fight. In the last Dustin Poirier fight, Max Holloway took it on short notice. He definitely looked like he was not cutting to 155 very well. He looked pretty fat. I think his bulk went wrong, and the cut didn't go well either. In the Justin Gaethje fight, Max looked a lot more jacked. He looked a lot better. He looked faster. He didn't look as drained. He even said himself, like, the cut was easier. And he could eat more. And we're seeing Dustin Poirier, he's on his way out. I mean, he had a very good performance against Islam, but it's clear he's not really the same fighter he used to be. He's not as fast. He's not as, dynamic as he used to be. And I mean, Dustin Poirier always fights like that boxer style, and he has good power, but I don't know. I think Dustin Poirier is on his way out. He hasn't fought in a long time. It's going to be almost more than a year. It's going to be more than a year since he's last fought. And Max Holloway, apart from the Ilya loss, he was still doing really well in the Ilya fight. He was still keeping up with Ilya. He was still outboxing him in a lot of moments, and it was 1-1 going into the third round, and I thought Max was gaining a ton of momentum, but he got hit with a good shot, and we saw with the weight cut, the chin is not as strong in 145 as it is in 155. And I think that with Max, he's getting the proper time to recover from this, and he is going up a weight division. He won't be as drained. I think this is the better option for Max. I think this is a way better fight than maybe an Ilya rematch or maybe going against Islam. And this could have some title implications. Maybe for Max, not for Poirier. Poirier wants to retire. He wants this to be his last fight. And it's going to be sad regardless of who loses because I really like both of these fighters. But I think Poirier's on his way out. I don't think he is going to be as good as he was when that second Max Holloway fight. He is not going to be as good. He's not going to be as fast. He's probably not going to be as powerful. A lot of what Dustin Poirier does with his boxing, I think Max does better. Max is faster. He's a lot more dynamic. He has way better footwork. And we saw in the Justin Gaethje fight, Max was piecing him up. I mean, he looked like a different beast. He was fighting so much better in 155, and it was good the 145 weight cut was getting to him. And I think he started to break that line and cross that line to where it was really harming his chin when he caught up to 155 and then cut back down to 145. I think that is what maybe weakened Max's chin. Maybe Ilya just hits really hard, and I think that Ilya hits like a truck, and him chinning Holloway is really not that big of a deal. It's not that surprising. I wasn't that surprised. I was like shocked to see the knockout, but I kind of knew it was going to happen. I was thinking that Ilya could have something big, and Ilya at 145 at that point, at that time, I thought he was going to make this fight very dangerous for Holloway, and he definitely did. And in 155, Holloway's a different beast. He's a way better fighter at 155 than he was in 145. And I think Dustin is probably... He's going to give a hell of a fight. He's going to make this a war. I just see Max maybe winning this by decision. I would love to see maybe Max point down and try to exchange with Dustin in the pocket. And maybe he knocks him out just like he did Gaethje, which maybe not. I don't really know. I don't think he's going to knock out Poirier, and I really don't want him to, because it's his retirement fight. It would be kind of sad to see Poirier kind of get slumped like that. Like how that Korean Zabi was, getting slumped by Max Holloway. And I just think this is a very good fight. This is such a good fight to make. Especially for Poirier's retirement fight, this is the best fight to make. It is so poetic. Dustin being Max's first fight, and now Dustin's last fight. I mean, it's poetry, and I think Max Holloway has this. I think he wins this by decision. I think Max is faster. I think he's more powerful. He's more dynamic at lightweight. He's definitely not going to be as drained, so his chin will probably not be as bad. Granted, when you get knocked out for the first time in a while, it does change how you fight, and it does definitely make you less confident in exchanging blows, but I don't know. I don't think Poirier is going to be the guy to chin Holloway. He has been close in the past. He has hit Holloway with some good shots in the second fight. But I don't know. I think Holloway at 155 is really good. Really good. I think this is his best class. I think 155 for Holloway is his best weight class. And I'm going to say this. I think in the second Poirier fight, he was on short notice. He had a bad weight cut. But when he had a good weight cut, and he was bulked up properly, in that Justin Gaethje fight, he looked really good. Impressively good. And when he went back down to 145, he kind of lost what made him so good against Justin Gaethje. And obviously, Ilya was just a different beast. Is just a different beast. So, of course, Holloway was still able to keep up with Ilya, but obviously him getting chinned wasn't really the most surprising thing. But, yeah, I got Holloway with this one. This was going to... I really love this, I've been liking memes about trilogies in the Instagram, the Bilal Muhammad Leon Edwards trilogy, the DDP versus Sean trilogy memes. I've been making those, but this is a trilogy that we all want. So, I love this one. I love it. It's so good. So, I'm going to go with Holloway by decision. Next, we got Fiziev versus Bahamondes. I think this is the co-main, because I think Hill versus Roundtree is the main event. This is a good fight. But between both strikers, Bahamondes has been showing a lot of potential. He had a very impressive submission win over Jalen Turner. And, he is on fire. He knocked out Torres, who recently just had a knockout against Drew Dober in the first round. And Fiziev, he's coming off a loss. It was very short notice, but he is 0-3. He is 0-3. Lost to Justin Gaethje, and then a TKO loss to Gamrot. Granted, it was an injury. And then he had another decision loss at Gaethje. But I think this fight will be very competitive. Both of these guys are very dangerous strikers. We have good power. And I think this is a very good test for Bahamondes. See if he can hang with the top elite of this division. Fiziev is very good at striking. He's very good at those leg kicks, at those body kicks. He's really good at mixing it up. And Fiziev is a guy you do not want to make mistakes against. He's a very powerful guy. He definitely has some good strength. But I think Bahamondes wins this. I think Bahamondes got the reach advantage. He got the length. He's a very dynamic striker. He knows how to mix it up. He has very good grappling. If this fight goes to the ground, I wouldn't be surprised. But he has very good grappling. He's super well rounded, and his striking is very good. He has very good kicks, and his punching power is very good, like very strong. Plus, I just think that Fiziev, after the injury, doesn't really look the same. Obviously, him being at 1 week short notice against Justin Gaethje is obviously a very telltale sign of his performance, and I'm interested to see how Fiziev does against a guy like Bahamondes. I think this is a good test. I think I really like this fight. I thought Bahamondes was ranked number 15, but I think Alvarez took his ranking. I don't know why, because Bahamondes literally did beat a number 13 ranked guy, which is it's just weird. But I like this matchup. I really like this matchup. This is gonna be a good fight. It sucks that it's 3 rounds, but I don't think it's gonna be that much of an issue. I see Bahamondes getting this by KO. A lot of the times Fiziev does not really do well defensively. He leaves himself open when it comes to clinching. He got dropped by that uppercut by Gaethje, and he also struggles with those like long, lengthy strikers. And I think Bahamondes has the power to maybe catch Fiziev. I'm gonna go with Bahamondes by KO. I think this is gonna be a good war, and I think I could see Bahamondes landing that good shot to Fiziev's chin and maybe dropping him. Fiziev does leave himself open when he's trying to brawl, when he's striking, and I think Bahamondes has the IQ and the strength to maybe drop him with a really good left hand. So I'm really interested to see how this fight goes. I like this fight. This is a good fight. I mean, Hill versus Roundtree, Fiziev versus Bahamondes. I mean, man, they're cooking with these matchups, bro. Cooking. Next, we got Usman versus Buckley. Let's just get the women's fight out of the way. We got Namajunas versus Maverick, and I'm kind of glad we don't have any more Namajunas 5-rounders because I was really getting tired of them. I mean, come on, 3 in the last year, bro. Like, really, did we ever need that? But I have I don't know who the hell. I mean, I watched some. I know Namajunas. I think I have Namajunas by decision. In the 3-round fight, I kind of favor Namajunas, so I'm gonna take Namajunas by decision. For Usman versus Buckley, Kamaru Usman is coming out of whatever that layoff was. It seems like his knees are good now. He has been training. He has been getting back up into the gym, training with Justin Gaethje, and it looks like he doesn't look as bad as he used to before. And he's going against a dangerous contender. Buckley had a very good shutout win against Colby, pretty much demolished him. And Colby had pretty much almost no success with Buckley in that fight. Buckley was just on a whole different level. And I know Colby took it on short notice, but even then it was still a very good fight. And then we got Usman. Usman's coming off 3 losses, 2 to Leon Edwards, and then 1 to Khamzat Chimaev. I mean, Leon Edwards was a former champ, and Khamzat is Khamzat. So, I mean, Usman had a very competitive fight with Khamzat. I think he still had the knee problems, and I mean, he had a very competitive fight with Khamzat. I thought it was a draw. I had Usman winning the last 2 rounds, and I thought round 1 was a 10-8. But, maybe not. But I don't like this fight from Kamaru Usman. Reason is because Buckley is so dangerous everywhere. This isn't like a Leon Edwards, or this isn't like a Carlos Prates where they're really good at one thing. Buckley is good in almost every aspect. He has very good striking, very good power, very good intelligence. He's very dangerous. He's very hard to take down, and he has really good wrestling himself. This is kind of Usman's worst matchup. I think this is a bad fight for Usman, like stylistically, because Buckley's on a whole different league right now. This man is literally, I think he's 6-0 or 7-0. I think he's 7-0. I think he's 7-0 in welterweight, and he is just gaining momentum. He's gaining momentum. He's had impressive wins over Luke K, Wonderboy, and Colby. Now he's going against Usman, and yes, they're all unks, they're all old fighters, but come on, why not? Why not have the unk killer? But yeah, I like this fight with Buckley. I think Buckley wins this. I have Buckley by TKO. This is a 5-round fight. I don't think Usman survives this. I think what is going to happen in this fight is that Usman's going to look good. He's going to look good in the first round or something, and then you're going to start to see that maybe Usman is not the same anymore. He's not the same guy. I don't think Usman's going to be as fast, and I don't think he's going to implement the wrestling as much because of the knees. I don't think his knees are fully healed. If they are, that's great, but I doubt it. It's really hard to fix knees. And I think Buckley, he's just a younger fighter. He's the stronger fighter, the faster fighter. He's the fighter with a ton of momentum right now. He has a ton of hunger, and Usman's kind of just not really been fighting as much. This is kind of a mismatch, honestly. But someone has to get Usman out of the rankings, bro. Someone has to get Usman out because he doesn't want to fight. He's not fought in 2 years, and maybe he can. And I don't see Usman really beating the top contenders like Shavkat or Brady. And I don't see him making that title run again. If he wins against Buckley, it would be very impressive and surprising. I have Buckley winning this. This is a very tailor-made fight against two very good fighters. I mean, Usman is definitely still got some. He still got it. Unk still got it. So I mean, I see this fight being kind of competitive in the first few rounds, and I think Buckley's gonna start to take over, and I think he will start maybe hit Usman with a good shot, maybe take him down, and I see him getting a TKO. So I have Buckley by TKO in this fight. So yeah. Anyways, that's all for This are my early predictions for these fights, and yeah, that's all. I'm sick, by the way. I got finals. This is probably gonna be I'm still making videos, but only when I have time, So, yeah, whatever. I'm more active on Instagram, so follow that. It's in my description. It's in the bio below. And, yeah, that's all. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment, and see you in the next one.